Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. What's on the menu today? Yes, that's right, lemon curd. So this has been a request that I've had a couple of times and one of the supporters, the subscribers, has begged me to do it, so here it goes. Here is my lemon curd. It is really low carb. It's about 1 gram of carb per 2 tablespoons of lemon curd. So you can have it as much as you like. You can have it on ice cream, you can have it, make a tart with it, you can have low carb bread, so you can have it on toast, you can have low carb pastry. The options are endless. I personally like it on ice cream. It's just one of those things, you either love lemon curd or you hate it, and I am a lemon curd lover. So once again, welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon and press the like button. If you are a Goldie but oldie and one that you've been with me for quite a while now, struggled to get that one out, didn't I? Please do me a favour and just comment below to say that you're here, and I will give you a shout out next time. So there is a little shout out in this video towards the end from one of my #1 fans, which is little Cody, who bakes everything that's either low carb, not low carb, the lot. He just loves the channel. So shout out to you, Cody. Thanks for watching. Let's get on with it. Let's jump straight in. So what will we need? We're going to need some butter, some powdered erythritol. If you haven't got powdered, just blitz it in the blender. We're going to need some egg yolks and we're going to need some fresh lemons. So I've used the lemons and the rind of 1. Everything is in the description below, so don't panic, it's all down there. So let's crack on. Stage 1. So let me just make sure this is recording. It is. Stage 1 is to melt the butter. So you don't want the butter on too high of a heat, and you just want to melt that down. Once that's melted down, we will add the other ingredients. So as you can see, I've just got it in my saucepan, a little bit of a whisk, and we're going to let that melt. Now, obviously with this, it does contain just the egg yolk, so we're going to have leftover of 6 egg yolks, egg whites, sorry. So what do we do with the egg whites? Well, that's another video that's coming up. An omelette. An omelette is the easiest thing to make. Now you can make an omelette with the egg whites completely carb free, or you can add little bits and bobs inside there to spice it up and colour it up, which you will see in the next video. So yes, I'll save that one for you, but don't throw away your egg whites because they can be used. You can make cloud bread, you can whatever you want really with them. So let's just check on the butter. That's starting to melt nicely. I also recommend for your lemon curd, obviously you're going to want some kind of jar. Now I have these reusable jars, which you can find a link in the description below. Or obviously you can use an old jam jar that you've washed out and sterilised, because once this is cooled to room temperature, we're going to store it in the fridge, and you can store it for quite a long time. Now in the UK we don't have a thing called allulose because it's banned. We do have the powdered erythritol. Now the only issue I find sometimes with the erythritol is once it's in the fridge it can start to recrystallise, like with the jam that I did. Now the easy workaround for that is to either just put your jar in some hot water and it will melt down, give it a stir, let it cool back to temperature and put it back in the fridge. Or if you're like me with the apple sauce, I microwave the apple sauce and have hot apple sauce. So I don't have the issue with the crystallization. But like I say, if you do, just warm it back up and you're sorted. Okay, so this butter, unsalted butter this is melting really nicely. And once that's all completely melted, we will start adding the next stages. Because this is a really quick recipe. It doesn't take long at all, and it's so divine. And I find it like a palate cleanser, which I guess lemon is anyway. But yeah, I just love lemon curd. Okay, so that's all melted. So I'm now going to turn the heat back off. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add in the lemon juice. Now, like I say, with this lemon juice, I've also put the grated rind of 1 lemon in here. That is optional. Also, you can strain this to take all the bits out. That's also optional. I don't mind a few lemony bits. The only thing you need to make sure that is removed, obviously, is the seeds, because nobody wants a seed. So, let me just make sure the close-up is on. It sure is. So, tip that into the butter. Also add the erythritol. Just get all of that out of there. Don't want any waste, because I like it sweet. And stir those both in, and we're still off the heat at the moment. Dissolves quite quickly, you see. And there we go. Once that has dissolved, like so, what I want you to do next is I want you to add the egg yolks. And then give that a good stir. And then turn the heat back on, just on a low heat. I'm on 6 out of 10. And all you need to do is just keep whisking this until it thickens. So I'm going to speed this up for you so you don't have to stand there and watch me whisking while it thickens, but you will see in the speed up how it does thicken. So I will be back to you once this is nice and thick. Okay, so once your mixture starts to feel thick like custard, I want you to turn the temperature off, keep stirring for another minute, and you're done. So, another tip as well, try not to let it boil. So, I'm turning my heat off now, because it's thick like a custard, as you can see. When I put the whisk through it, it leaves lines. And then I'm just going to keep stirring it for 1 more minute, but don't let it boil. It's okay to simmer, and it's okay to have some foam on the top, but don't let this boil over. This is extremely hot, and you don't want it to taste burnt. So just keep stirring for 1 more minute, and it should then be done. So I'm going to fast forward this last moment. Oh, another good way as well, actually, to tell whether the lemon curd is ready. If you stick a spoon inside and take it off, you can see it doesn't really drip off the spoon. It sticks to the spoon. Where are we? There we are. Sticks to the spoon, and you've got a nice line. So that means you're ready, and you can also taste it now. Mmm, very lemony. Okay, one last stir. So you can see that lovely lemon curd mixture there on the close-up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on this without me spilling it, but it's a nice, got a nice wobble to it. So after that, what we're going to do is we're going to let that cool down to room temperature. Then I'm going to want you to decanter it into, like I said before, one of your jars, and then store it in the fridge. Now, you can also freeze this recipe into individual portions if you like. Ice cube trays are a good option for individual portions. I've seen I can do it in little bags, but I recommend the big ice cube trays with the long finger in. That works out about 2 tablespoons, so it's a portion, nice and portion controlled for you. Apart from that, oh, let me just send that to the back because my hob stays hot. Apart from that, that is it for this week's episode. So if you have any requests, any requirements, any suggestions, or just want to ask me a question outright, hit me up on the social medias that you can see on the bottom of the screen. Like I said before, if you're a Goldie but oldie and you've been with me for a while, please can you comment down below that you've seen the video, and I will be giving one of you a shout out at some point. Maybe next week, the week after, so obviously I'll pick one each time. The shout out today was to Cody, and here's a little clip of Cody now. Okay, so I have a special guest with me today. It is one of my biggest fans. He's been one of my biggest fans since the very, very first Baking with Bob video. He's also Bob's Kitchen's #1 fan, and he does nearly all of my recipes and shows me and uploads them online. So he's here today for a little guest visit on the channels. He's going to be on both channels as well. So I'd like to introduce you to my good little friend, my best little baker, Cody. So Cody can come in and wave to the camera. Hi Cody, how are you?
Good.
So I've got a couple of questions for you. What is your favourite thing about baking with Bob or Bob's Kitchen?
I like cooking.
Tell the camera.
I like cooking every time.
Do you like all the cooking? And what's your favourite recipe that you've made so far?
The brown chocolate cookies.
The double chocolate cookies?
Yeah.
Oh, what else do you like?
I think that's it.
That's your favourite one? Yeah? And have you got any requests for me to make any recipes for you to copy in the future?
Oh, we can do chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. You want a nice chocolate cake with chocolate on the outside and chocolate on the inside all over. So I will make a chocolate cake for him, and that will be on the Bob's Kitchen channel because that's the full sugar channel. And I will also try to do a keto devil's chocolate cake on this channel. And this little fella here will more than likely make the recipe as well. So that's just my quick little guest visit from my good little best baker Cody, and we will see you next time. Wave to the camera. Bye! Isn't he just the cutest? He's one of my biggest fans. I absolutely adore him, and he bakes every week, and he sits and watches me on his iPad. Absolutely big shout out and love to Cody. Apart from that, like I said, that is it. So I will see you next time.